minute.
Okay. My girlfriend who died last week, her fiance just gave me a quick call, and I didn't want to hang up on him too quickly.
Mm-hmm. Why are you calling me again?
And I'm not. Andy is. That's Andy. There. She stopped.
Okay.
She stopped her madness. Hi, Stacy.
Hi, how are you?
I can barely hear you.
Okay, I have to turn it up.
Let me.
Is that better?
I'm going to share everybody's control so that you can control that.
Okay, is that better?
It's a little better.
Okay, let me tinker.
That's what I feel like doing today.
Yes.
Screaming. Hi, welcome to Cancer Hell. How can I direct your call?
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Is that your phone?
Yep.
We don't have a landline anymore, so anytime I hear a regular phone ring, I'm always like, what the hell is that? So how you doing, Stacy? Oh, I can't hear you again.
That was a stupid big caller ID call.
I was going to try to call Andy again and get her to come on over.
Trying to get her video to work.
Andy's trying to get her video to work?
Yeah. She's in her RV fixing broken things.
Oh, here she comes.
Hey,
Hi.
video. Hey.
I figured out video. Yay! It's the little things, isn't it?
It really is. You're fixing broken things, Bob said?
I am. See, this is my RV. Here we go. This is the front half there. Let's see. I tried to fix a light fixture and I broke the cover in half. So I'm letting my husband do it right now before I break anything else.
That sounds like when I fix things.
You know, I think I'll just let him do that.
Yeah, just let him do that from now on.
It's probably less expensive, to be honest.
This is true. So, Stacy, I like how I can only see your eyes.
I know, I have to adjust my camera.
No, it reminds me of that show. What was that show where the guy always came on like this?
Oh, Home Improvement? Was it Home Improvement?
Yes.
What would you say, Bob?
Was it Home Improvement?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only
I didn't
ever
really watch it. I just remember.
Is it Wilson?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is funny. Well, let's just start right out and let's all just say a big fuck because of my girl Sephora. Should we all just say it?
Yep.
Fuck.
Oh.
Yep. I'm at work. I can't.
Okay.
Okay, well, you can say it with your inside voice.
Okay.
Stacy, I'm sure you read or heard that Sephora went to the hospital so that she could get her flu under control. Her cough has gotten progressively worse, and on Saturday, it started Friday into Saturday, she was vomiting nonstop, and her mother decided to come in and take her to the hospital. She got to the emergency room, and they said, we can't help you here. You need to go to Yale. Sent her up to Yale on Sunday. After test upon test, she had so much fluid in her lungs that they pulled out 1,300 milliliters.
Wow.
Which wasn't there earlier in the week, which is being tested now for cancer. And they decided to do a brain MRI, and lo and behold, she has 10 lesions on her brain.
Oh, my God.
And she starts the Gamma Knife on Friday.
So Gamma Knife, she's in Connecticut? She's not in Syracuse?
Nope, she's in Connecticut. She's at Yale Hospital.
Yeah, okay.
And, you know, I was really upset about it, and I was bitching about it on Twitter, and this non-cancer person sent me a message and said, I looked up Gamma Knife. It's not so bad.
No, it's not. I've heard it's pretty
No,
good.
it's very targeted.
Yeah.
Which lessens the side effects and supposedly makes it more effective.
Yep.
True. All true. All true.
Still sucks that she has to have
It
it.
still
Yes.
sucks that she has to do it. And I'll be honest with you, it's okay for all of us to say, it's not as bad, it's less invasive, blah, blah, blah. So today last night her cough was horrible. It actually sounded worse than the other night, so they're thinking the fluid's already building back up again. They're coming today to check out and to figure out the probes. Does anyone know what the Gamma knife looks like? What they have to do? Because this is Annie getting the Gamma knife.
I know somebody that had it, and it's very targeted. They had to make a face mask for him.
So what she's going to have is she'll have this metal thing she'll have 4 spots drilled into her head, and yeah, this is Gamma knife.
Well, now, he didn't have that. He had like a plaster mold net thing to just keep him really still, and that got screwed down to holders or whatever.
Oh, God, that just sounds awful.
So, it's scary stuff. Hold on one second.
Trying to see if the video rotates. Sorry, guys.
So I'm just
dizzy.
mad. I'm really mad that she went in thinking she was going to get her flu under control, and it's not flu. It's frickin' brain mets. So she's out of work. She can't work. And
Yeah,
the
she's
worst
out.
Work for Sephora, it's not being able to go to pantry. She goes to pantry on Thursdays, and it's called Operation Hope, and she loves it. Sephora will be exhausted. Her lymphedema will be immense. She will be hacking up a lung, and I'll text her, and I'll be like, where the hell are you? Why aren't you home? What are you doing? And she'll text me. She's like, I'm at pantry. But she loves it. It brings her life. It brings her a smile. And
Good for her.
that, I think, is hurting her worse, that she can't go to pantry.
Well, for me, volunteering, I'm still needed. Even though I'm not working anymore and I'm on disability, I can still, go and volunteer somewhere for a couple hours or, to my tolerance, I guess I should say.
Right.
And that feeling
Right now, they
of being
told her-
needed.
The doctors told her no, she can't do it right now.
Well, yeah. I mean, we've got to find something that she can fulfill that sense of being needed.
So I set up the Give Forward because, if we could all just share it, just, any penny helps her right now. It's hard. Her mom just got a new job and came up to help her, but, it's just not right. People don't understand really the ripple effect of cancer and how it plays on us financially.
Oh, I lost a $60,000 a year job.
Right. So now, you
poof,
lost the
gone.
money. So
Yeah.
there's the money. Now the stress on top of that. Now you got the
And
stress
then
on
adding
top
all
of
the
that.
bills.
Right. Now you got the bills. People just don't understand that. I was just talking to this hospital administrator who was telling me that you should pay your hospital bill last. That should be the last bill you pay. Because the hospital has ways of recouping their money, and they really don't expect to ever get paid for it, and that should be the last bill you pay.
Oh, that's been that's been my last,
Yep, me too.
as long as they get something, even if it's $20 a month, you're
Right.
making payments.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And they have indigent funds available.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can afford to pay. So she could apply to have, through financial services, for them to cover some or all of her, expenses.
Oh, my children are really annoying me today.
Is it another snow day for you guys?
No, my son wants to go somewhere, and last week we had a bad roofing experience done, and my upstairs bathroom collapsed into my downstairs bathroom. I won't bore you with all the details, but I'm into $25,000 worth of crap.
You want a kidney with that?
No, I'm completely freaking serious. So far, insurance is only covering $5,000 of it. They're coming back out. I'm going to murder this man.
Ooh.
I got bail money.
I said to my brother, I'm going to sit on his porch until he gives me my money back. And my brother laughed. I said, don't freaking laugh at me. He goes, no, I'm laughing because I'm pretty sure you're going to sit on his porch till he
That's awesome.
Hey, I got a tent and sleeping bag if you want to camp out.
I don't understand how somebody could do work the way he did it and sleep at night. I just don't get it. Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. So, I kind of brought up Sephora, which can actually lead into what this talk is about. So this person's saying to me that the Gamma knife is not that bad. Now, maybe they know nothing about cancer because they didn't have cancer, but people saying comments like that really bother me because maybe the Gamma knife isn't that bad. Let's say they did have the Gamma knife and they feel like it's not that bad. It may not be to them, but maybe to Sephora it is. Now, I'm not saying it is. That's not what I'm saying. But or Stacy, you have Red Devil.
That's scary.
Did you have chemo today?
No, I have it tomorrow.
Okay. So
And somewhere between now and then, I'm supposed to go get a PICC line because they took my port and the PICC line out, and they don't want to do an IV for that, obviously, because of the tissue damage. So they're supposed to, I'm like, well, between now and tomorrow, I don't have time to get a PICC line. So I'm going to have it directly into the veins. So here's to hope that it's not going to affect me.
Can you go get a PICC line before you go do chemo tomorrow morning?
Well, that's the plan, but I haven't heard back from the doctor's office yet.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think I'm gonna, it's like, since it's 1:14 now, I don't know, it's probably like slim to none. So, we'll just have to pray that, everything goes okay tomorrow.
Yeah, I didn't have a port or a PICC line for the Red Devil. These go right into the vein in the back of my hand.
Really?
Yep.
In the back of your hand?
Yep. Right.
Hi, I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have any problems with that vein?
The double block vein. Okay. Did you see? I also ordered pills and stuff.
No, this was nothing that came up on the order.
Oh, okay. Because I think I wanted hot chocolate.
If you want to wait until tomorrow, I can do it.
I want some hot chocolate.
I'm gonna order hot chocolate. The Sinatra and
We're gonna have to tell
Magic too.
Chocolate?
Yeah, I thought it.
We might have to have her unplug. Well, if she unplugged, she probably
did it, but
she probably gets to the volume.
Oh wait.
I just muted her.
Okay, but I accidentally muted Andy. There, sorry, I muted you on accident. Okay. This is actually a great example because this is exactly what I'm talking about. Everyone right here, you're saying Bob didn't have a port. He didn't have a PICC. He got it through the back of his hand, and you're like, "Oh my God, I had it. You didn't have it in the back of your hand."
I had it. No, that's so what they call cytotoxic. It's so harsh on especially the smaller veins, and the ones in the back of your hand are about as small as you can put an IV in. And I mean, that to me is just amazing that you got that in the back of your hands. I mean, it was not feeling good to me in my port. So, I can only imagine the back of my hand.
Yeah.
This whole problem is so different for everybody.
Right.
Every single buddy. And
the problem I had was. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, Stacy.
Well, the problem I had is they took my port out because they thought I had an infection. And I didn't. I spent like a week in the hospital for them to figure all this out. Turns out I had a blood clot in my lung. So, yeah, yay.
That's not that. That's not even the same thing.
I know,
No.
but they were trying to figure it all out, and then so they took the port out, and then they put the PICC line in, then they took that out, and I don't know if what they were waiting for, and then I spent another 2 days in the hospital last week because I was having breathing problems, and they but the good news is the clot shrank between the first week and the second week, but they still, so I'm still without, a a medium other than my veins. So, that's where, why I ended up on, in this process, the way I am. So it's been a fun couple of weeks.
Right. Right. That is insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Insanity. And this is easy. This is the easy cancer.
Yeah, this is the good one to get.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. So I was talking on this panel this morning, and we were talking about about it being the easy cancer, and about the fact that
Why do they say it's easy? What's the logic?
Oh, because, Komen's got everybody convinced that, 98% of us are cured after 5 years.
Not us Metzers.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm still alive after 5 years, so I meet their criteria
yeah,
of,
that's what we were discussing. And we were also
surviving.
discussing a bunch
Yes.
of numbers because, example, American Cancer Society states that there are 2.5 million survivors out there. Well, you are considered a survivor at time of diagnosis.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Sure, there's plenty of us out there living with this,
Mm-hmm.
in one form or another. And even before Mets, there was still the cancer and the checkups and the blood work and the
Right.
tests and the
But
is it back
I didn't
and,
know this part of it. Here's the other part to that number. That number also, if you had 2 types of cancers, they count you twice.
What?
Yeah.
That's like squishy math.
Okay, so 1 + 1 is 3, and somebody go back to Common Core so we can add. Holy cow, that's retarded.
Yes.
I'm sorry, that's not a nice saying either, but
No, it's not, Andy.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it is ridiculous. It's redunculous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
there's
it's also BS.
But here's the but. This is where society goes wrong, because we look at those numbers and we say, well, there's 2.5 million survivors in the world. What the frick is everyone's problem? Shut up, you Metzster. You're a survivor. Close your mouth.
Yeah.
What's your problem? Drink your hot cocoa and shut up.
Hey, look, I've had friends of mine told that because they didn't have chemo, that they weren't truly cancer survivors.
Oh, please.
One was a skin cancer that she had removed, and the other was a GYN cancer that thankfully it hadn't escaped anywhere. They took everything out, and I mean, she still gets monitored, don't get me wrong. But, she's been told that because she only had surgery, she's not really a cancer survivor. And I went, really?
I actually got thrown out of a cancer group because they found out that I refused chemo. They told me, this is a quote, and I saved the email because I couldn't believe it. You cannot be a cancer advocate because you did not have chemo. And I wrote back, but I refused chemo. Dana-Farber wanted me to have 6 rounds. That was my choice to say no. And they said, doesn't matter. You can't advocate because you didn't have chemo. You cannot be a cancer advocate.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. You made the choice for the treatment
from
that's
someplace like
intended for you.
Dana-Farber.
Well, my girlfriend has clear cell carcinoma. There is no chemo for her. She is metastatic. It is in her liver. So you go tell her she can't be a cancer advocate. Go tell her.
Yeah, because she didn't have. Oh my.
She'll kick your ass.
Yeah.
It's the most ridiculous. But even among breast cancer, there's such a variation of who gets what. And even in the different, I'm talking just, let's go with just my subtype, which is ER/PR positive, HER2/neu negative. There are so many different ways, different amounts of treatment, different amounts of, that there's no way to even get it. I mean, there's no way to process, or even if you are being an advocate, how can you advocate when you don't even know what somebody's standard of care is? Because the standard of care seems to be very widely mushy.
Yep.
Yeah. And
that's why they say it's a personal journey.
That's the point of this talk, too, because I think we also end up comparing each other so much because, well, he didn't have a port. Why didn't I? She had a port. Why didn't I get a port? Well, she had chemo. Why did I have chemo? All that play in.
Right.
I mean, I had 4 treatments of Red Devil. I've heard it go as few as 2. Yeah. I've heard it go as high as 8.
I'm right now at 6.
I had 6, yeah.
So,
chemo.
I mean, how do you justify that? I mean, seriously, how do you, I only had 4. Is that why my cancer came back? I mean,
Andy, it goes to that comment that, okay, so Downstate Emory found this article.
Oh, the tamoxifen.
And how it's the preventative cancer treatment. Preventative?
Yeah, I had it for 3.5 years, so it prevented Mets just great for me.
But here's my but. These women and men are going to their doctor, and their doctor are handing them their pills and saying, here's your tamoxifen, it's going to prevent you from getting metastatic cancer. Why are we telling people that? It's not preventing, it's lowering their risk. Use the proper words.
That's what I was told, was lowering the risk.
Yeah, and I will say I was at least told that was lowering my risk.
But do you think, so...
But how many of these are patients hearing,
I just was going to say that.
I'm sorry.
Right. Are they walking out of there saying, well, I have to take tamoxifen, it's going to prevent me from getting metastatic cancer? I think that's part of it, is they're walking out of there saying that.
Well, did you hear about the Nevada senator or legislator who wants to make, well, it's on one hand good, like cancer treatment for like, I think it was either preventative or after treatment, but the thing is she's claiming that cancer is a fungus and therefore it could be flushed away. Did you hear about that?
Oh my God, no.
Read it.
No, I didn't. Say it again.
Cancer is a fungus. And she's got some sort of...
There's a fungus among us.
Right, yeah, exactly.
I'm just going to go smoke some dope and I'll see you guys later. I mean, honestly.
I mean, while her intentions are good about getting like some type of, mandated statewide coverage, the prescription she's seeing is BS. And she, by the way, happens to own some biomedical quack company at the same time.
Hey, make medical marijuana legal everywhere. That would impress me more than whether or not it's a fungus.
Yes, thank you. I agree with you. It's going to be in D.C. tomorrow.
I'm moving.
I posted that blog post about the doctor who had lied to his patients and said that they had. Okay.
That was horrible.
You started, or you didn't start, but that little Brian guy, whoever he is.
He got so mad at me. Okay, if you read the whole article, it talks about chemotherapy and how it wrecks your body, which
is true.
I want to say it doesn't.
I have yet to meet anybody that didn't, that wasn't wrecked as a side effect.
And it complains about mammograms, which I'll complain about too. But okay. But he also, in talking to in my banter back and forth with him. Now, I am not anti-vaccines. I'm not. I actually believe that people should be vaccines.
Yeah.
Now, am I going to go tell my neighbor across the street that her kid should be vaccinated? No, because it's my freaking neighbor. It's none of my business what her kid does. I can't make people do anything, just like I can't make, Bob drink freaking apple cider vinegar every morning instead of, crack cocaine. I don't know. I'm just giving people information. So they actually said it is ideas like this, homeopathic, that I was talking about, that increase cancer rate. Increase.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, he actually said that alternative therapies increase cancer rates.
Yeah.
How much? Let me throw something out there.
Do it.
Let's look at the Asian community for a second, who realistically uses a lot of these alternative, if you want to call it that, but non
Eastern medicine.
pill, non-Western medicine. Okay, what's their cancer rate?
Low. It's low.
I mean, exactly. So if their cancer rate is low and they're using all these herbs and acupuncture and qi and the body healing itself, should we not be learning from this? Because let's be honest, the Chinese have had culture much longer than English-speaking people.
And here's the other thing. I'm not saying you shouldn't get chemo. That's not what I'm saying. But
Right.
what if you used it in conjunction? If you used it together, what an attack on your body if you're like double dipping. And
Well, I drank. There was my aunt got from her friend who is a naturopath a blend of tea to boost my red and white blood cells, which I drank all through chemo. Now I still got my chemo. I still got the red boosting and the white boosting shots, but my blood counts, because I live in anemia even without cancer. But my blood levels, my red cell levels, we're back to middle of normal, which I haven't been middle of normal since I was a kid. And I mean, seriously, like less than 15 kid. So, there's some synergistic effect there. And I think that's really where we need to be doing our research, is looking at the synergy of Eastern and Western medicine.
And the other thought is, it's always cracked me up that we're so apt to say, okay, there's my vein, go ahead, put it in. Go ahead, give me the chemotherapy. We put it in right away, but the minute someone says, have you tried acupuncture, have you tried cupping, have you tried, cannabis oil, they look at you like, oh my God, you're going to do what? Like they balk at
that whole reason why that person dropped off of your site, because you were advocating these things and wanted to complain about that fact.
But the funny thing is I advocate about everything. I post about Herceptin, new trials and clinics, and I do both sides of it because I truly believe that you need all this information out there. He had the nerve to call me lazy.
Yeah, that was just, I think he was just hurt that his sister had cancer and he wanted to blame somebody.
I was dangerous and I was going to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's such a doctor. Or he stayed at the whatever hotel last night.
I don't know.
He's a brain surgeon.
I feel like it's not. It wasn't right. Like the article, I see where they're coming from in the article, because if you're a staunch believer in chemotherapy and mammograms, I see where you read the article. I had never heard of the site. I'm not going to lie about that. And that's what he was really angry about, was that he was angry that the Lisa's getting on a plane right now. She come back from Key West, the bitch.
How rough.
That's right. I got to pick her brain because I'm going there in the fall.
Oh yeah. So I see where I'd never been on the site before, and he went off about that. Like, how dare you post something you've never been on the site before? Well, I didn't disagree with the article. That's why I put it up.
Yeah.
I do believe that you need to listen to all sides of the spectrum. It's cancer, people. It's not. It's
not the common cold. And to be honest, even with the common cold, they figured out that, hey, you know what? Orange juice and chicken noodle soup really do work.
Yeah. And
we
were talking about this today. We were saying, okay, whether or not cannabis oil and acupuncture and turmeric really work, does it really matter? Because if in your head it works, who cares?
Yeah.
Because if you're feeling better from it, it's great. Because the reality is, it can't hurt you.
Right.
You know?
And there's
Yeah.
a mind-body connection.
Yeah, probably also.
Hello.
Hold on.
Coffee.
Hold.
And is also Deborah here? Marshall.
Deb Marshall? She's over in ICC. Yeah, she's over
I'm
in
taking a picture for
Provost
Lisa.
office, Suite 650. Are you looking for, I'm her assistant. Can I help you with something?
We have this Liam just told him.
Okay. It's bad enough when you can't understand them on the phone, but when they're face to face and you're still struggling to understand what they're saying, I just wanna close my eyes and go, oh, learn the language, learn the language, learn the language.
Oh my
Please.
I was just looking at the comparison of cancers for China and the U.S.
Yeah.
They have a chart here for men and a chart for women. I guess Chinese males don't get breast cancer because it's not listed at all.
Get out.
Nope. Not listed on the table at all. I looked at it twice. I'm like, what? Of course, this is in 2008.
Yeah, but still, there would be some incidents, unless they're just finding them at Mets and not even looking at the breast for a source.
Right. That's what you see. That's what I say. Is I think that a lot of the men may have breast as a source, and then they've got it somewhere else. You know, whether it be lung or wherever. You know.
I mean, that would make sense to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what is the incidence comparatively?
For women, in 2000, let's see, this is 2008.
Yeah.
Males all ages. China breast was 14.2%, whereas U.S. was 26.4%.
I mean, I'm just gonna throw that out there. There's something to be said. They're half. And they have a whole lot more people with a whole lot more pollution in their airspace.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, so if you want to look at environmental factors, there's a whole lot more environmental factors, in my opinion, in China than there is in the U.S.
Oh, I would think so, yeah.
So I don't know, but their breast cancer rate is half of the U.S. basically.
That is crazy. That is crazy to me. Don't you think?
Yeah.
It's just, to me, I think to me underlines the use of herbal medicines and balance and there's something that they're doing right that we're not, and we're the great country. Everybody wants to be like us, and I think maybe everybody shouldn't want to be like us.
Mm. Yeah.
What is that beep? I always wonder.
Is that somebody trying to jump in?
I don't know. Oh, man alive. I didn't realize the statistics were that staggering.
Yeah.
I guess I'm also trying to figure out, was it you or Telling Knots or somebody posted something about 150 to 200,000 people living with cancer, 40,000 people dying of breast cancer. How many new breast cancer patients are getting diagnosed every year?
That might have been a chart that Knots posted, I think.
I think that might have been.
Yeah. It's a crazy, alarming statistic that people just don't even realize is out there. It's growing. It's growing and growing and growing.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Hey, have you texted Sephora today? Have
Yeah,
you heard back?
earlier.
Have you heard back from her?
Yeah, I talk to her every day.
Okay, how's she doing mentally?
Last night we were having fun, joking around and being wise acres, and she's stressed. She's definitely going to need to be medicated on Friday because I think it's stressful. I mean, how can it not be?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I'd be going,
And-
hello, and there's something over here, and there's something here, right here, right here, right here.
Yeah. So when they did the MRI, she definitely drugged herself because she had, it was scary. I think she went in there for one thing, and then all of a sudden they're like, well, let's do an MRI. You're vomiting. And she was like, oh, what are you talking about,
Yeah, wait a minute, this is flu, right? Flu.
Right. And, I think that's something of this disease that people just don't understand. You go in for one thing and you come out with something else.
Yeah.
It happens so much to so many of our friends, It's not as easy as a cold.
And there's
Yeah, well, look at me from last week. They went in to deal with my port and a supposed infection. Surprise, I have a blood clot. So, yeah, it's really kind of stressful to go in and come out changed. It drives me crazy. It's like I'm on such a roller coaster.
there's something to be said though that Sephora got the MRI as opposed to not getting it.
Well, yeah.
Absolutely.
They found it now, and it's not any worse than it could have been. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you what just scares me, and actually my husband said it, because when we went down there in November, her cough was horrible. It was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And, clearly was building in her lungs since then. And she
Probably.
kept saying it. She kept saying, there's something in my lungs. There's something in my lungs. And nobody would listen. And that's part of this, cancer problem that I think our doctors don't always listen to us. I think they look at us a lot like, oh, there they go again, exaggerating about what's going on. It's not in her lungs, it's blah, blah, blah. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
And it's that fine line between, well, and you and I have talked about this, about crying wolf versus being real.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Or even narcotic tolerance.
Yeah, absolutely.
At some point, if you're taking half as much morphine as you claim to be taking, and you're still functional.
I'll be honest with you, I know what Sephora takes, and I know how much pain she's in because I see her. She doesn't take anything. She takes nothing. She takes Advil.
Yeah, that's generally what I take too. It's got to be something really huge to get me to narcotics.
Her hand was so swollen on last week on Tuesday, maybe. I can't remember what day it was. Maybe Tuesday. And I was like, girl, get to the doctors. That's not good, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, my PT's on vacation. She's like, I can't get, maybe it was Monday. I can't remember. But she hates going to the doctor. She hates it. And she will not go unless she really is hurting. Like, she's got to be seriously hurting. And I spoke with another friend of mine who's a Mets girl, right? And, Bob and I aren't Mets, so I'll use the two of us.
Right.
Bob, you get an ache every now and then, right?
Yep.
And sometimes I get it in my back, and I'm like, actually, I won't use my back because that's not really where I get it. I get it in my chest because I get a pain here all the time. And Sephora has sternum. That's where her cancer is, where she first metastasizes to her sternum. And I get it in my sternum, and I joke with Sephora all the time. I'm like, I got a pain right here. I think my cancer's in my sternum. We're joking.
Yeah.
I don't really think it is, but it's painful there. But I was talking to another friend of mine with metastatic, and her cancer's in her back. And she said to me, before I became metastatic, I thought every ache and pain, it was metastasized. And then I got that pain, and I was like, holy crap. This pain is completely different than that pain before.
Yes, I feel that in my hip.
It's concentrated.
Yes.
It's like zinging. It is unbelievable. She goes, you know the difference.
I do.
That bone and that other pain.
Yes,
See,
I
and
do.
I didn't know the
Okay.
difference.
I do. I can feel. I have a bigger. I can tell when I call it like the worms eating into my hip, because I can feel it in my hip bone that way, and I just want to die because the pain hurts so bad.
Andy,
See,
is your cancer in your bones more or in your organs
No,
more?
it's totally
Bones.
right now. It's still in my bones. It's back. It's
Yeah, me
spine,
too.
pelvis, ribs, long bones in my arms and legs.
Wow,
And to
you've
be
got worse than
honest,
me.
Yeah, so.
well, to be honest, I just thought I'd done something. I had been working long hours, sitting at a desk, and I thought just basically that, I'd been sitting too long, and my back was sore, and my back was stiff, and I didn't, I really didn't give it another thought. And then I end up going into the doctor, and poof, my tumor markers are through the roof. I end up getting my very first ever PET scan. I'm lit up like a Christmas tree, blah, 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 blah. But no, I'd only just taken some Motrin because I really didn't think it was, I just figured I'd jack my back up.
Right.
Well, the thing that I'm dealing with now, too, on top of that is the pain from, I have to take these stupid injections for blood thinner, and I am in such pain from those that it's like I'm popping the pain pills I'm supposed to be using for other fun treatments. So I'm just like, I can't win,
Are they Levinox?
Yes, they suck. But I'm getting switched off of that to Xarelto, and I'm so excited.
I was going to say, because does it help if you ice the site before and after?
No, not me.
Oh, okay.
I'm just a mass of black and blue. It's awful.
Oh, yeah, I can only imagine.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, but I can tell the difference when I have something that's attacking my bones, definitely. I get a PET scan in mid-March to find out if it's spread anywhere, but I don't think it has. I think probably the chemo's kept it all in check because I don't feel the bone pain, except for in my ankle is where it's really, really killing me right now. So I have a suspicion that it snuck into my ankle when no one was looking.
That sucks. I'm sorry.
It does. It does. It is
Well,
what it is,
hopefully
though,
the
right?
Red Devil will knock it out.
Yeah.
It seems like it has, knock on fake wood.
Yeah.
Not gonna fake wood.
Yeah.
Fake boobs, fake wood. What the hell's the difference in this?
Hey, there you go. Hey, I just, never mind. I'm not going there. Never
Yeah.
mind.
I think I went
Sorry. I went there for a split second. Sorry, Bob.
That's okay. I was there back.
I didn't get it at first. Oh my God, the delayed reaction in my head is unbelievable.
Oh, now I got it. Sorry, Bob.
And for some reason, I was thinking Pinocchio at the same time.
Oh,
Have you seen that commercial for Geico?
Yeah, have you seen that Pinocchio commercial?
Yes.
yeah.
I
You have
know one other
potential.
support group.
Potential.
Oh my
Yeah, so
God.
that was very
Other
convoluted in
support
my
group
head.
is cool. That's all I gotta say.
Well,
I don't
this
know
might
who
increase the watch past the poop version.
That's
I
right.
don't think anyone could ever surpass the poop. I just don't think that's humanly possible.
No.
I really, really don't. I truly don't. Oh my God. I have a bunko event tonight, and if I get one more text from someone telling me they're not coming, I'm going to hang myself.
No, please don't. We like you too much.
Don't do that. Okay, so what you do now is you go to your waiting list and go, hey, somebody canceled. You get to come.
I've used my waiting list.
Oh.
It's one of those things that because of the house and Helene, I did not give the event as much attention. It's really my own fault. And normally I have a very long waiting list with it, and I did not have such a long waiting list with it. And I have people that I want to just yell at, and I will.
Well, go post it
I
on. Go
just-
post it and go last
person.
minute, last chance, get it while you kind of thing.
At this point, I'm just gonna. I don't know what I'll do, but I just said to my media spokesperson, when the media comes, don't let me say I'm never fucking doing bunko again because these people all pissed me off today.
Filter,
She goes, I won't let you say
filter.
that. I go, I think I might. I'm just saying. She goes, I don't think Channel 3 wants to hear that.
Nah, that will get edited out. I'll just go ahead and guarantee you that right now.
But then they'll appear on TMZ later in one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Well, does anyone have any topics they want to talk about next week?
You know what? Let's talk about scans next week. Who gets them? How often?
Dance?
Yeah.
You know,
Good
yeah.
idea.
I mean, I didn't have my first PET scan until until they diagnosed me Mets. I'd never had a PET scan before.
I got
And
the
I'm
double whammy of
regular.
having
Yes.
both breast cancer and meds diagnosed at the same time.
Ooh.
So scans became part of my whole process, the whole journey with everything. So,
Right.
yeah, I started right off the bat, stage 4 metastatic. So I'm like,
Well, just go
yay.
big or go home, huh, Stacy?
oh yeah, that's me. That's the story of my life. And I wonder how I drink.
And there's,
Exactly.
and there's the whole scan anxiety thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because I dread the thought of ever going for a brain.
Well, that's a good one to talk about. That really is.
hmm
Let's do it.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds
All
good.
right. Scans it in, baby.
Alrighty. I shall see
Same
you.
bat time, same bat channel.
All
Indeed.
right.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
All right, take care.
All right, guys. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye bye.